All right, so good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to all of you. Today what I will discuss, is all about ARS review. No, ARS CPA review for cost of capital, or tinatawag din natin tong minimum required rate of return, or hurdle rate, effective rate, okay? So saan ba nagsisimula or saan ba nanggagaling, yung ating effective interest rate, no? So yan yung ating discussion for today, no? Okay. So again, what do you mean of cost of capital? Okay? So what do you mean of cost of capital? Okay? So pag sinabi class cost of capital, okay? It is dalawa lang naman yan class, no? Galing yan sa ating cost of debt, and that would be your debt financing. All right? And number two is your cost of equity, and that would be your equity financing. Okay? What do you mean of this class, no? Okay? Ibig sabihin class, no? If ever man na wala tayong pera, okay? What if wala tayong pera? Ano gagawin natin? We will have, or uh, let's say you are the entrepreneur, no, for this, walang pera, no. So anong ginagawa nila usually, no? Pag cost of debt, tayo ay uutang. Okay? Pag cost of equity, tayo naman ay will accept business partner. Okay. Cost of debt or debt financing. No? Ano ibig sabihin nito, class? No? Ibig sabihin nito, very important to consider yung tinatawag nating interest. Diba? Okay. In terms naman of cost of equity or equity financing, if we will accept business partner, very important is uh, to consider paying for the dividends. Okay. So, cost of debt, debt financing interest. Di ba, class? Yung interest natin, by the way, saan nakukuha to? Yung walang kamatayang interest is equals to principal times rate times time. Di ba? Yung interest, class, ay part na yun ng ating income statement or statement of comprehensive income, 'di ba? Yes, no? If yan ay part of interest, part yan ng income statement or SCI, no? 'Di ba? Yan ay kasali sa ating income statement. So meaning to say, they are taxable, no? Please take note of this, no? Mamaya kasi importante to class. Taxable ang ating interest. How about your dividends? 'Di ba yung dividends natin ay hindi naman kasali sa income statement? So meaning to say, they are not taxable. Please take note of this kasi ito ay importante mamaya, no? Pag tayo ay na-compute na ng cost of debt and at the same time, cost of equity or equity financing. Okay. So, now, no? Number one muna tayo, no? Number one, yung cost of debt. Alright? Ayan. So, I will put here KI, no? Please take note class, no? Madami tayong formula ngayon, no? So, expect that in capital budgeting, sorry, your cost of capital, there would be formula. Formula, no? So, number one muna is yung ating cost of debt. Okay. So, ano yung formula class ng cost of debt natin? I will put KI is equals to interest plus your M minus V divided by your N. Mamaya, no, we'll discuss ano yun class, no? Okay. Divided by M plus V divided by 2. Okay? So, that would be the formula class. Okay? Ano yung I? I here is what you call interest. Di ba sabi kanina, yung debt natin ay may interest. Okay? Ano naman yung M? M here is usually the par value. Usually class, ito ay 1,000 bonds. What is a V here? V here is your net proceeds, no? Please take note of the net proceeds. Ibig sabihin, we have market value minus flotation cost minus underpricing cost. Okay. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng flotation cost and underpricing cost? Meaning to say, it is the cost of issuing your shares. Cost of issuing shares. Okay. What is N? And here is your term of bonds. If it is 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, that would be term of bonds. What is 2? You average. That's why it is divided by 2. Okay, my question class. Yan na ba yung ating answer? Cost of debt, KI is equals to I plus M minus V divided by N. By the way, no? In this formula pala, no? Ito muna class ha. Okay, mali yung aking ano. Mali yung aking, okay, it should be like this. Yan. Dapat ito muna, no? Yan. Okay? So, M minus V divided by N plus I divided by M plus V. Okay. May question sa inyo, class. Oh, yan na ba yung ating answer? Okay. Di ba hindi? We go back kanina, no? Cost of debt, you have your interest. And interest is taxable. Oh, that's why, class, with this, hindi pa ito yung answer natin. Ang ating answer ay, I will put KD is equals to KI to be multiplied by 1 minus tax. Okay, ito class yung ating final answer. Ibig sabihin class, kung ano yung makuha mo dito, just multiply it by 1 minus tax. No? 1 minus tax, that would be your answer. No? It is subject to tax. And that would be your cost of debt. Okay. So far, no questions, ha? Okay, no question. Okay. Next one, class. Next one naman is your cost of equity. So, ano naman to, class? Cost of equity. Under cost of equity, tatlo yan, no? Number 1 muna, yung ating cost of preference shares. Okay? I will put KP, no? KP here, the formula is D0 divided by your V. Ano nga yung V? Mamaya, no? Say, mas na. D0, it is your dividends today. Okay? What is V here? V here is your net proceeds. How do we compute for net proceeds? Market value minus flotation cost minus underpricing cost. Okay. How do we again, what is the FC and UC here? Underpricing cost and flotation cost. It is the cost of issuing your shares. Kanina class, mali pala to. Kanina, cost of issuing shares or bonds. Since ito ay bonds, cost of issuing your bonds. Okay. That's why, class, may question. Ito na ba yung ating answer or it is also subject for income tax? Go back doon sa ating kanina, no? Yan na ba yung ating answer or we need pa to compute for tax? Oh, very good, class. The answer here, the answer is already this one, no? No need to compute for tax. Why? Because cost of equity is specifically your cost of preference shares. Is that hindi na yan nilalagay or hindi na yan part ng ating income statement. Okay, very good. Next one tayo. Next one, letter boy, yung tinatawag nating cost of ordinary shares. Okay? So, under cost of ordinary shares, dalawa yan, class, no? Letter A, it is through Gordon's growth model. Okay. So, ano to class? Gordon's growth model. So, I will put KO. The formula is D1 divided by V plus your G. What is D1 here? D1 here is dividends projected. Ibig sabihin, dividends in the future or projected dividends. Now, V here is that you have your net proceeds pa din. Ibig sabihin, that would be your market value minus flotation cost minus underpricing cost. Again, ano nga to? Cost of issuing shares. Okay. How about G? G here is your growth rate. My question, bakit sir, in the ordinary shares, in the Gordon's growth model, the D1 here is dividends projected. Kanina, if you notice, in the cost of ordinary shares, D0, dividends today. Tapos, if you notice, in the cost of preference shares, there is no growth rate. Why? Tingin niyo bakit? Di ba class? Sino ba yung may-ari ng ating company? Is it ordinary shares or preference shares? Di ba ang may-ari ng ating company ay ordinary shares? The reason why there is growth rate and at the same time dividend 1, projected dividends, because the right owner or the owner is the ordinary shares. Diba? Meron silang 4 rights. No? Ano yung 4 rights? Right to be elected as board of directors, right to vote, right to receive dividends, and preemptive right. Right to purchase additional shares. That's why there would be projected dividends and you have your growth rate. Yan yung reason class kung bakit. Anyway, alright. We have also here letter boy. It is under capital, asset, pricing, model. Capital, asset, pricing, model. Ano naman to class? Your CAPM. So under CAPM, yung KO daw is equals to RF plus your beta to be multiplied by market return minus risk-free rate. Okay, ano naman to class? This one is your risk-free rate. What is B here? That would be your beta. It measures your systematic risk. Please take note, ha? It measures your systematic risk. We'll discuss more about systematic risk later, no? That would be the market-related risk. RM, that would be your market return. And of course, this one is risk-free rate. This one naman class, RM minus RF, that would be your share premium or market share premium. Okay. Ito class ang other formula in computing for cost of ordinary shares, no? Risk-free rate, you have your beta, it measures your systematic risk, or tinatawag din to class na market risk. You have also here RM, market return, RF, risk-free rate, and RM minus RF, that would be your market share premium. Okay, sige. That would be another formula. Okay, last one tayo. So, letter boy ito, cost of ordinary shares, letter C, yung tinatawag natin cost of retained earnings. Okay, how do we compute for the cost of retained earnings? Ang sabi class dito, the cost of KR daw, cost of retained earnings, is the same as cost of ordinary shares. Ibig sabihin class, yung KR mo is equals to ito lang, no? D1 divided by, ano nga yung V? Market value minus flotation cost minus underpricing cost plus G. Okay. May question. Ito ba talaga ang formula ng KR? KR is that you have your dividend 1 divided by market value minus flotation cost and underpricing cost plus G. Yan na ba yung ating answer? The answer is common sense. Okay. I will remove this flotation cost and underpricing cost. Bakit, sir? The only formula for KR is that T1 divided by market value only plus G. Why? The answer is common sense. Nag-i-issue ba tayo ng shares sa retained earnings? The answer is no. Ano ba ang silbi ng retained earnings? You will just accumulate all your income. Specifically, your ordinary shares. No? Tama to class that there would be KR. Ito class, tama to. No? Kasi ito naman talaga. Kasi lahat ng ating income ay napupunta sa ating retained earnings. Pero, hindi nakasali yung flotation cost and underpricing cost. Okay ba, class? Hopefully, yes. Okay, sige. We go now to the computation of our weighted average cost of capital. How do we compute for WACC? Alam nyo ba, class, yung capital structure ay already given, no? Capital structure already given. Long-term debt, preference shares, ordinary shares, retained earnings. O, halimbawa, class, this is 10 million. Halimbawa lang, ha. This is 20 million. This is 40 million. Okay? This is 30 million. Okay. So, all in all, class, total natin ay 100 million. Class, ito ay always given naman, no? What you will do, first step is to have your proportion. Ano yung proportion? 10 million divided by 100 million. 20 million divided by 100 million. 40 million divided by 100 million. 30 million divided by 100 million. Ito, class, ay 10%, 20%, 40%, and this one is 30%. Okay. Sunod, class, gagawin mo, you will just multiply with our cost. Ano yung cost? Yung kinumpute mo kanina. Ibig sabihin, to be multiplied by yung KI, KD is equals to KI, to be multiplied by 1 minus tax. Yung kanina, class, no? How about preference shares? Yung kanina, cost of preference shares is equals to dividend 0 divided by your V. How about ordinary shares? KO is equals to dividend 1 divided by market value minus flotation cost minus underpricing cost plus G. Same lang to, class, ha? I would to emphasize lang kasi because of the RE, the KR is only D1 divided by MV plus G. Sige, para uniform tayo, I will put na lang this one as market value, okay, minus flotation cost plus underpricing cost. Class, kung ano yung makuha mo dito kanina, okay, and that would be your weighted average cost of capital. And this one is to be used in computing. About 12% ito. Ito na yung ginagamit natin in computing for the present value of 1 or PV of ordinary annuity of 1. And that would be your weighted average cost of capital. Alright, so hopefully you have learned a lot, no, about this cost of capital. So again, thank you very much and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.